The importance of understanding the human brain. The human brain, often described as the most complex object in the known universe, directs every thought, action, and reaction we have. Understanding this intricate organ is paramount for a range of disciplines, from medicine and psychology to artificial intelligence and philosophy. The study of the human brain is essential for many areas. For example, in medical advancements, knowledge about brain functions and disorders leads to the development of new treatments and therapies for neurological diseases and mental health conditions. In cognitive enhancement, insights into brain plasticity and functioning can improve learning techniques, memory enhancement, and overall cognitive performance. In artificial intelligence, understanding human brain processes aids in developing more sophisticated AI systems that mimic human thought patterns. Moreover, comprehending the neural basis of behavior helps in addressing social issues, enhancing mental well-being, and improving human interactions. As we delve into the complexities of the human brain, we encounter several critical questions. What is a human brain? How has the concept of the brain evolved over time? What are the important discoveries in neuroscience? How does the brain work? To ensure a thorough understanding, let's start with an overview of the development of neuroscience, from the ancient beliefs into the recent advancements in neuroscience. The evolution of our understanding of the brain has been a centuries-long journey marked by curiosity, exploration, and groundbreaking discoveries. Here's a brief overview of key milestones in the history of brain research. Ancient beliefs. In ancient civilizations, the brain was often not considered the center of thought and emotion. For example, in ancient Egypt, the heart was believed to be the seat of intelligence and emotion, while the brain was deemed insignificant and often discarded during mummification. The heart was thought to record all of a person's good and bad deeds, which would be weighed against the feather of Ma'at, the goddess of truth, in the afterlife to determine their fate. Greek philosophers had varying views on the brain's role. While Hippocrates proposed that the brain was the center of sensation and intelligence, others, like Aristotle, believed the heart was the seat of intelligence and the brain functioned merely as a cooling mechanism for the blood. In ancient China, the heart was considered the center of wisdom and emotion, much like in ancient Egypt and Greece. The brain was often viewed as an organ associated with the functions of the marrow and was not traditionally considered the primary organ for intelligence and thought. In ancient India, the brain was called Mastishk and recognized as important for central nervous system functions. However, the heart was often emphasized as the seat of consciousness and emotion, similar to other ancient cultures. Classical antiquity, Greek philosophers like Hippocrates, often called the father of medicine, and Galen, a prominent physician, began to recognize the brain as the center of sensation and intellect. Hippocrates suggested that the brain was involved in sensation and was the seat of intelligence. Galen's anatomical studies further emphasized the importance of the brain and nervous system. Middle Ages and Renaissance. During the Middle Ages, the study of the brain stagnated due to religious and cultural constraints. However, the Renaissance period brought a renewed interest in anatomy and science. Pioneering anatomists like Andreas Vesalius created detailed anatomical drawings that accurately depicted the brain's structure. 17th and 18th centuries, the advent of the scientific method led to significant advancements in neuroanatomy and physiology. René Descartes proposed the idea of dualism, suggesting a distinction between the mind and body, while Thomas Willis's work laid the foundations for neurology with his detailed descriptions of brain structure and function. 19th century. The 19th century witnessed the emergence of modern neuroscience. Key figures like Franz Gall promoted phrenology, the study of skull shapes to determine personality traits, which, although flawed, spurred interest in brain function localization. Paul Broca and Carl Wernicke made critical discoveries linking specific brain areas to language processing, thereby establishing the concept of cortical localization. 20th century. Technological advancements revolutionized brain research. The development of techniques like electroencephalography, EEG, and neuroimaging, CT, MRI, fMRI, allowed scientists to observe the brain in action. Theories of neuroplasticity emerged, challenging previous beliefs that the adult brain was fixed and unchangeable. Modern era and recent advancements. Neural implants, such as cochlear implants for hearing, have revolutionized the treatment of sensory impairments. Deep brain stimulation, DBS, is another example, used to treat movement disorders like Parkinson's disease. These advancements demonstrate how neuroscience is turning scientific knowledge into practical medical solutions. Optogenetics. This advanced technique uses light to control cells within living tissue, often employed in neuroscience research to study neural circuits with precision. Optogenetics has significantly broadened our understanding of brain functions and disease mechanisms. ConnectorMix. ConnectorMix aims to map all neural connections in the brain, providing deeper insights into how brain regions interact. This field of study holds promise for unlocking the mysteries of brain connectivity and its impact on behavior and cognition. Today, neuroscience is an interdisciplinary field combining biology, psychology, computer science, and engineering. We now understand the brain as a dynamic organ capable of remarkable adaptability. Brain-computer interfaces, advancements in artificial intelligence, and cutting-edge research in brain mapping continue to expand our knowledge and open new frontiers in understanding brain function and treating neurological disorders. The future of neuroscience research. Artificial intelligence and brain research, AI, is being used to simulate brain functions and assist in neuroscience research, creating realistic brain models that can predict responses to various stimuli. This collaborative synergy between AI and neuroscience is paving the way for groundbreaking discoveries. Potential treatments for neurological disorders. Emerging treatments, such as gene therapy and precision medicine, hold promise for conditions like Alzheimer's, ALS, and multiple sclerosis. These innovative approaches aim to target the root causes of these diseases more effectively. Brain-machine interfaces, BMI. The future possibilities of BMI include telepathic communication and enhanced human-machine integration. These developments could revolutionize how we interact with technology and each other. To have a clear image about the brain, let's explore its anatomy and structure. The brain anatomy and structure. The human brain, often described as the most complex object in the known universe, is the central organ of the human nervous system. Enclosed within the skull, the brain orchestrates our thoughts, emotions, movements, and behaviors, acting as the control center for the body. Weighing approximately 1.4 kilograms, it comprises billions of neurons and synapses, which facilitate communication within the brain and throughout the body. This remarkable organ enables us to learn, remember, feel emotions, and perceive the world around us, making it fundamental to our existence and identity. Brain anatomy refers to the study of the structure and organization of the brain, focusing on its various parts and their respective functions. It encompasses the identification and understanding of the different brain regions. Brain anatomy provides insights into how these regions and structures interact and work together to control the body's functions, behaviors, and cognitive processes. By studying brain anatomy, scientists and medical professionals can better comprehend how the brain operates, diagnose neurological disorders, and develop effective treatments for various brain-related conditions. Brain structure refers to the organization and arrangement of the different parts of the brain, both at the macroscopic and microscopic levels. At the macroscopic level, the brain is divided into several main regions. Cerebrum, the largest part of the brain, divided into two hemispheres, left and right, and four lobes, frontal, parietal, temporal, and occipital. Each hemisphere and lobe is responsible for specific functions such as decision-making, sensory processing, memory, and vision. Cerebellum. Located at the back of the brain, the cerebellum controls balance, coordination, and fine motor skills. Brainstem. The brainstem connects the brain to the spinal cord and consists of the midbrain, pons, and medulla oblongata. It regulates vital functions like breathing, heart rate, and blood pressure. Limbic system, the complex set of structures involved in emotions, motivation, and memory. Key components include the hippocampus, amygdala, and hypothalamus. At the microscopic level, the brain is composed of billions of neurons, nerve cells, and glial cells. Neurons communicate with each other through synapses, forming intricate networks that enable brain functions. This structural complexity allows the brain to perform a wide range of tasks, from basic survival functions to complex cognitive processes like thinking, learning, and feeling emotions. Brain functions. The brain performs a multitude of functions essential for everyday life, which can be broadly categorized as follows. Sensory processing. The brain receives input from the senses, sight, sound, smell, taste, and touch, and processes this information to help us understand and interact with our environment. Motor control. The brain sends signals to muscles throughout the body, controlling both voluntary movements, like walking and speaking, and involuntary movements, like reflexes. Cognitive functions. The brain is the center for higher-order mental processes, including thinking, learning, memory, reasoning, and decision-making. Emotional regulation. The brain processes and regulates emotions, playing a crucial role in how we experience and express feelings such as happiness, sadness, anger, and fear. Autonomic functions. The brain controls involuntary body functions through the autonomic nervous system, such as heart rate, blood pressure, digestion, and respiratory rate. This intricate symphony of functions allows humans to perceive the world, move, think, feel, and maintain vital bodily processes, making the brain the true control center of our existence. How the brain works. The brain is a highly complex organ, coordinating a vast array of functions through intricate networks of neurons and synapses. Here's an overview of how the brain works. Neurons and synapses. The brain is made up of approximately 86 billion neurons. Neurons are the basic building blocks of the brain and nervous system, responsible for processing and transmitting information through electrical and chemical signals. These signals are sent across small gaps between neurons called synapses. Neural communication. Neurons communicate through a process known as synaptic transmission. When a neuron is activated, it generates an electrical signal, action potential, that travels down its axon to the synapse. Here, the signal triggers the release of neurotransmitters, chemical messengers, into the synapse, which then bind to receptors on the neighboring neuron, continuing the signal transmission. Brain networks. Groups of neurons form networks that specialize in different functions, such as processing sensory information, controlling movement, and regulating emotions. These networks are interconnected, allowing the brain to integrate and coordinate various functions seamlessly. Brain regions and functions. Different regions of the brain have specialized roles: frontal lobes, decision-making, problem-solving, voluntary movement; parietal lobes, sensory information processing, such as touch, temperature, and pain; temporal lobes, memory, emotion, language comprehension; occipital lobes, vision and visual processing; cerebellum, balance, coordination, fine motor skills; and brainstem, vital functions like breathing, heart rate, blood pressure. Neuroplasticity. The brain has an incredible ability to reorganize itself by forming new neural connections throughout life. This adaptability, known as neuroplasticity, allows the brain to compensate for injury, adapt to new experiences, and learn new information. Blood-brain barrier. The brain is protected by the blood-brain barrier, a selective permeability barrier that shields it from harmful substances in the bloodstream while allowing essential nutrients to pass through. Cognitive functions. Higher-order cognitive processes, such as learning, memory, reasoning, and problem-solving, are managed by sophisticated networks in the brain. These processes involve the integration of information from various brain regions to form a coherent response or action. This complex interplay of neurons, networks, and brain regions enables us to perceive, think, feel, and interact with the world, making the brain the command center of our body and mind. How ideas are generated. Ideas are born from a complex interplay of brain functions, creativity, and external influences. Here's an exploration of the fascinating process behind how ideas are generated. Neural networks. The brain consists of approximately 86 billion neurons that form intricate networks. When we think, these neurons activate in specific patterns, creating networks that specialize in various functions such as processing sensory information, controlling movement, and regulating emotions. Neural communication occurs through synaptic transmission, where electrical signals, action potentials, travel down a neuron's axon to the synapse, triggering the release of neurotransmitters that continue the signal to neighboring neurons. Memory and experience. The brain draws upon past experiences and stored memories to generate new ideas. When faced with new situations or challenges, the brain links relevant past experiences with current knowledge, forming novel solutions or concepts. This process, known as associative thinking, allows the brain to make connections between seemingly unrelated ideas. Creativity and imagination. Imagination plays a significant role in idea generation. The brain combines different elements from our memories, knowledge, and cultural influences to visualize new scenarios and objects. Creative thinking involves divergent thinking, which explores multiple possible solutions, encouraging innovation and originality. Abstract thinking. The brain has a unique ability to think abstractly, allowing us to conceptualize ideas beyond reality. This type of thinking enables the creation of hypothetical scenarios, futuristic technologies, and fantastical worlds. Abstract thinking is crucial for generating ideas that are not rooted in direct experiences. Curiosity and exploration. A sense of curiosity drives the brain to ask what-if questions and explore possibilities beyond the current reality. This intrinsic motivation fuels the imagination, leading to innovative ideas and discoveries. Pattern recognition. Humans possess an innate ability to recognize patterns and make connections between different concepts. This skill allows creative individuals to see potential and form new ideas by identifying and linking patterns from various domains. Mental simulation. The brain can simulate experiences and scenarios that haven't been lived. This feature allows individuals to mentally play out ideas, test possibilities, and refine concepts without physical constraints. Mental simulation acts as a virtual laboratory for experimenting with new ideas. Brainstorming and free association. Engaging in brainstorming sessions and free association allows thoughts to flow freely and spontaneously. This process can lead to unexpected and innovative ideas by letting the brain wander and explore different avenues without judgment. Inspiration and influence. Even without direct experience, inspiration can come from various sources such as stories, science fiction, dreams, or random thoughts. These influences can spark the imagination and contribute to the creation of new ideas. Cognitive flexibility. The brain's adaptability, known as cognitive flexibility, allows us to view problems from multiple perspectives. This flexibility aids in reimagining existing ideas in new ways, contributing to the development of groundbreaking inventions. Experimentation and iteration. Many new ideas result from a process of trial and error. Inventors and creative thinkers often experiment with different concepts, learning from failures and building on previous attempts to create something entirely new and functional. Together, these cognitive processes enable the brain to generate ideas that are both innovative and impactful, showcasing the remarkable potential of human creativity and imagination. Why we can't stop thinking. Default Mode Network, DMN. The DMN is a network of brain regions that becomes active when we're not focused on the outside world, such as when we're daydreaming or our mind is wandering. This network is responsible for self-referential thoughts and autobiographical memory, which often leads to ongoing streams of thoughts. Survival mechanism. Continuous thinking is a survival mechanism. It allows us to plan for the future, solve problems, reflect on past experiences, and learn from them. This constant mental activity helps us adapt to our environment and make decisions that can enhance our chances of survival and well-being. Brain's nature. The brain is always active, even when we're at rest. This ongoing activity is a natural part of brain function, ensuring that it remains ready to process new information, respond to stimuli, and maintain cognitive and bodily functions. Cognitive load. In today's fast-paced world, we're often bombarded with information from various sources, leading to increased cognitive load. Our brains continuously process this information, leading to persistent thought patterns. Understanding how ideas are generated and why we can't stop thinking provides insights into the remarkable capabilities of the human brain and its relentless drive to make sense of the world around us. This continuous stream of thought is both a gift and a challenge, shaping our creativity, problem-solving abilities, and overall mental landscape. Ethical considerations in neuroscience. Brain enhancement. The ethical implications of using neuroscience for enhancing cognitive abilities or mood are hotly debated. Techniques like neurofeedback and nootropic drugs present both opportunities and challenges in ethical brain enhancement. Privacy concerns. With advancements in brain-computer interfaces, concerns about the privacy of our thoughts and mental states are emerging. Ensuring ethical guidelines and safeguards is crucial as we move forward in this field. Neuroscience in law. Advances in neuroscience are influencing the legal system, from using brain scans to determine the reliability of witness testimonies to examining the neurobiological basis of criminal behavior. These applications raise important ethical questions about justice and human rights. At the end, the study of the human brain is a captivating journey that combines ancient beliefs, groundbreaking discoveries, and modern technological advancements. From understanding the brain's structure and anatomy to uncovering the intricate processes involved in idea generation and thought, neuroscience has made remarkable strides. By examining how our perceptions of the brain have evolved over time, we gain a deeper appreciation for the complexity and adaptability of this essential organ. As we continue to explore the brain's functions and potential, we open new doors to innovative treatments and technologies that can enhance human life. The ongoing research in neuroscience not only deepens our understanding of the brain but also inspires us to imagine possibilities beyond our current knowledge. This journey of discovery highlights the astonishing capabilities of the human brain and its extraordinary impact on our existence. Please remember to subscribe, like the video, and share it with your friends. Your support is greatly appreciated.